Oh, we finally have it. Why is the text different? Whatever. We finally have it. Bondforged Zethia and Bondforged Prince. They are arriving tomorrow. The final pair of new adventures being added to the game. Holy shit, this has been quite the ride, but this is it. The final Should You Summon preview video. We're finally at that point. Finally here. So let's just dive right into it. I know that they've been out for like 8 hours, all their information and stuff. Well, about. I'd say more like 9 by the time this is uploaded. Or 10, maybe. But let's just dive right in, talk about these units. So first of all, remember, there are free summons going on, alright? I'm saving my free multis, alright? I will be using them first before I invest currency, because if I can pull at least one of them before I actually go in, that's one less person to spark, because I do not want another Dragalia Nevin or Galaga Top situation. Do not want that, and yes, I'm probably going to spend on this banner, honestly. One last hoorah, I would say, to see if my luck has changed. But let's talk about Bondforged Zethia. Alright, she is going to be a light wand, so she can be used with Galazena very easily. She'll be an attack unit. Her first skill will deal damage and inflict flash burn, and when she has Power of Bonds, this will also dispel and will become immune to knockback. So just that right, you will have 2.4k modifier with a 2.8k shared skill requirement, which is pretty good actually. That's not bad at all. But then when you have Power Bonds, you pretty much gain like what, a 3.6 about. Regardless, it's pretty high for only 2.8k. That's cheap for a skill that good. All right. So then moving on, we have Ring of Affection. You'll grant all teammates Power Bonds effect. If an adventurer has Power Bonds, when the adventurer would die, that damage is nullified. The effect is consumed and damage is instead dealt to the rest of the user's team. This damage equals 20% of each teammate's maximum HP. So think of this like a Nedric Soul a little bit. You give everyone one soul, pretty much, to as of where if they were to die, it will make them revive. And also, if the user has Power Bonds, this skill will instead restore HP to all teammates and remove Power Bonds from the entire team. So she has a heal built in as well. 4.2 KSP. You can only have one Power Bonds at a time, and it's 100 potency, so it's a pretty solid burst heal. It's pretty solid. Standard skill damage, always good. Res, whatever. Bondforged Ospex 2. When the user's HP drops 30%, restores user's HP, and if they have Power of Bonds, also restores HP to the entire team. This is tied to a 45-second cooldown. So she has emergency heals built in. Nice. Also, when using the S2, you will grant a team critical damage amp with a maximum amp level of 3, and it is tied to a 30-second cooldown. Great, so now Light has another form of crit damage amps. So you can run her and Komodo Knot pretty well together, actually. Those two can make a pretty good pair. Dual res, very good. And Bondforged Might 2 increases skill damage by 20%. Then a further 40% if you have Power Bonds. So, to just sum her up very quickly, right? 60% skill damage with Power Bonds combined with a 3.6 about K modifier off of 2.8k SP cost. She's a nuke, alright? She's a nuke, and she also has emergency heals just in case, and also critical damage amps. She is good, alright? She is very, very good. Finally, a good general pool light unit. Finally. Now, moving on to Bondforged Prince, or Euden, whatever. First of all, love his artwork. Absolutely stellar. In love, even. So, Blazing Tempest. User takes the form of Primal Midgar and deals damage to target nearby enemies. It will fill a Dragon Gauge. the user will return to their original form, deal further damage as well, and inflict Storm Lash. Certain abilities that activate while shapeshifted will affect Primal Midgard's attack, meaning dragon damage affects his dragon skills. His dragon form of skills, which is great. Phenomenal. And also, if this skill is used while shapeshifted, a variant called United Tempest will be used instead. It will deal damage to surrounding enemies and lower their wind res, then deals damage to enemies directly ahead and inflicts stun. It is possible to charge this skills gauge up by attacking and use up to twice during one shapeshift. Very good. And I believe that... Okay, so in his original form, well, technically original form, like a... I wouldn't say... Wait, like a 2k modifier about? 2.2, I think? 3k SP, pretty good. Storm Lash is always nice. Then when shapeshifted, that's a lot of math that I do not want to do. But this is the important thing. Wind res down, 15% permanent. This is good. All right, this is good. So immediately he is the Sheila of wind. All right, Sheila of wind easily. And bright side, wind does have ways to get a dragon transformation off incredibly quickly via Fudomio. Very good. So Prince is already looking really damn strong as is. Yeah, excuse me. Now moving on to Vortex Circlet. You will again take the form of Primal Midgar, deal damage to surrounding enemies, inflict stun, then return to the original form, after which you'll then deal even more damage. And also, the second attack significantly reduces the mode gauge, meaning it's got built-in gauge accelerator, which also, once again, dragon damage will affect the dragon portion of this skill. And immediately, this is like really, really hard hitting. This is probably, what, 3.6? Maybe even closer to 4k. It is 7.2k not modifier, SP cost, but this is still a really, really strong skill, especially knowing that it's got built-in a gauge accelerator, which will make breaking that much faster, even more damage. So I'll take it. He's got a Gala Euden collab being dragon damage up and dragon time. Very good. Wind Dragon Haste, always very strong. Very good. And now Windworm's Dragon Light 2. He will have a unique Force Strike that deals damage to enemies in line. Performing this Force Strike during a standard attack, then immediately following it with another standard attack, will resume the user's standard attack combo from their most recent attack. Meaning he does have a chain, and you can just mix in 4 strikes in there to still be very effective. So that is nice. If this is a unique 4 strike is performed while in mid-air during the 4th attack of the user's standard attack combo, a powered-up variant that deals more damage will be used instead. So that is cool. So now when shapeshifting, the user will transform into Primal Midgar regardless of what dragon they're equipped with. So sadly for Volk people, cannot main Volk with him. You will need to have Volk on the offside or have Forest available. That way you can spam strength amps. Also to keep note of, Primal Midgard's skill level will match the S1, meaning that when the S1 is level 3, his dragon skill will be level 3 as well. Just keep that in mind. Shapeshifting will also grant the entire team a team critical damage with a maximum team of 3. This is not tied to a cooldown, but however, your cooldown will be the dragon coming back and resetting. That's your cooldown. And also, when in dragon form, the user's attacks are granted the ability to dispel one enemy buff. So this is OG Euden right here. Very good, very strong. Also, freeze and bog is 100%, that's good. And fills 50% of the dragon gauge when the user's HP drops to 40% once per quest. And it reduces dragon gauge depletion over time by 20%. Holy shit. Okay, so first of all, he has a way to get himself a fast dragon. And we already have a Fudomio as well. So technically speaking, you can have like 2 dragon transformations pretty quickly just on command. And also just if just if you run like Bahamut or Elysium Helper, maybe even Brunhilde Helper, technically speaking. So like Bahamut Amile, Bahamut Summer Verica, stuff like that. That's another free Dragon Transformation on top of this. So you can definitely have Dragon Transformations at your disposal. But overall, he is an incredibly good unit because most of us should remember when Alberius first came out how strong he was. All right, he is pretty much Alberius, Euden, and OG Euden all mixed into one kit. And this is a really, really strong kit. He's got great modifiers, can just toss on dragon damage on top of everything. A critical damage amp is always nice to have. He is just a really, really strong unit. So both of these, they are general pool, but this obviously being the last banner, a lot of people are going to go in on this. I'm going to go on this myself. I'll be waiting till last day because once again, we do have free multis, hoping I can snag them both. But if I had to pick one, I'll be fine with Euden. Even though Wind is mostly strong, just look at him, alright? Look at him. That's our boy right there. And Zethia is probably the smarter choice to go with because Light doesn't have that good of general pool units. So Zethia will be a great pickup as well. But I'll be fine without her. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys are very, very excited for this banner arriving tomorrow. I know a lot of you are going to go in on day one. But honestly, I will say if you can hold out just a little bit, use your free multis, snag one, then spark the other, that would be much more recommended because you don't want to spark Prince, then pull Prince on your free multis. That would just be unfortunate. So I recommend being smart because at the end of the day, you are going to get one, if not both. You just have to be patient or even shell the wallet a little bit. But that's it. Final new units. This is the end of the line. So I'll see you all next time. I will start to do the showcases for the previous banner and going to be this banner as we get them. So do keep a lookout for them as well. And I'll probably start to put out adventurer tier lists maybe, just in case if you guys do want to start to clear out endgame content before the game shuts down. And that way you guys have ideas at what is optimal for certain stuff. So until next time, I'll see you all then. Bye.